Good morning. This is a little bit of a touchy subject. Sometimes, as a Christian, you still may be connected with people who are non-Christians, and not everybody may be from your church or your temple or wherever it is that you go. But you still have a connection to them somehow, whether it's a friend, schoolmate, co-worker, even family. And this area can be a little tricky when it comes to compromising. Compromising meaning you'll do something that you know is not exactly true, but you'll do it just to help the person because they requested something of you. And you're just doing a favor. You're not directly involved. You're just indirectly involved by helping them. Now, if you're asked to do something and you know that you directly didn't have a hand in something, should you be doing it? No. And it's easy for people to get hung up on that little piece of doubt. Why can't I do it? I'm not really doing anything harmful. I'm just doing this or that they requested. Well, it's harmful to your spirituality. We are in a spiritual warfare with the devil. He wants you to compromise or put your guard down or make you feel that you're still 100% good with God. But when you make these little subtle compromises, you're chipping away at that protection that you have from God. You're chipping away and you're actually doing an act of obedience to the devil. And you don't even realize it. It sounds serious. Like, I'm not worshiping the devil. Okay, well, maybe directly you don't think you are. But remember, he did tempt Jesus and he tried to tell him, if you just do this, I'll give you this. And Jesus said, get behind me, Satan. You're a stumbling block for me. He even tempted the Son of God, or tried to. He didn't fall for it, obviously. But he knew the trickery of Satan. Now, we're imperfect people, so we're not as wise as Jesus was, but we do have the ability, and God made us in his image and in his likeness to have the same attributes as Jesus, so that we could use discernment. We can ask for the Holy Spirit, because it's within us. We just have to tap into it. When someone asks you to do something or participate in something, let's say it could be even an event. You used to go to places, but now you don't really feel comfortable going because they want you to participate in what you used to do, what they do. And because you're friends, and they're not asking you to do something wrong, seemingly wrong, but you know that really it's not a Christian way of living, or it's not a really good thing. Let's say, for instance, you're in a place where you know there's going to be a lot of, drinking and possibly drug use. But you're not going there for that. You're going there just for the music. You're compromising. You're compromising yourself, and you're putting yourself at risk to actually participate in those things. Even if you're going there to hear the music, it's not going to be Christian music anyway. So you're going to hear things a lot of times that will elicit an emotion. It could be lyrical music that has sexual connotation to it, or violence, or a lot of curse words in it, or sexual immorality. So now you're listening to this stuff. You can't tell the DJ, hey, don't play that because, I'm a Christian, but I'm just here to hang out with my friends. I don't want to offend them. They're not going to play Holy, Holy, Holy at a club. They're not going to do that. What they're going to play is music that makes you dance, that makes you bump, that gives a reaction out of you. So with that being said, should you be going to participate in things like that if you know that you're trying to walk as best you can with God? Do you have any business being there? No, you don't. Why? Because the enemy will use that to his advantage because you compromised. You didn't want to offend anybody. You didn't want to make them feel bad. You didn't want to make them feel like you think you're better than them. You're not trying to do that. You're trying to keep your relationship with God pure. You're trying to keep your integrity to God And you have to not be afraid to say no. You have to set boundaries. That could be in helping someone with certain things or participating in certain things. Whether they like it or not, you don't answer to them. You answer to God. And the closer you get to God, the more you feel convicted not to do certain things because you know it's not honest and you can't do it. It's not real. So you have to say, hey, I'm not going to be doing this any longer. And you're going to have to figure a way around that. Or direct them, really. The source is to direct them to God. But if they won't listen to that, because they say, no, I'm not doing it that way because I need this now. I need to do this now. I have to have this now. That's not your issue. That's an issue that they have. And your issue is greater than their issue. Your issue is compromising your relationship with God. Only He can give you salvation, not that person or people. They can't give you salvation. They cannot help you. You want to help someone? Direct them to God. You want to help someone? Tell them the source of comfort, which is God. Tell them how God helps you. Tell them how God is there for you and how He can be there for them too. No need to make a little white lie or a little bending of the truth to make something seem credible so that it benefits that person. Meanwhile, you're breaking your integrity to God. If they don't want to speak to you, that's okay. God said you will lose people because you're defending Him. But He will bring in people to fill in that void. You will lose family. You will lose loved ones. You may even lose your spouse or your children or whoever. Keep everything in prayer. And know that if it's not the truth, you shouldn't be doing it. Because in reality, it's breaking your integrity to God. And if you're trying to get closer to Him, the enemy doesn't want that. So he's going to throw situations so that you can break that little integrity here and there. Or just come to my party. Just do this for me. Write this for me. Say this for me. You can't do it. Your conscience is going to start bothering you. And you're going to know in the back of your mind that you did something that you actually really didn't participate in or didn't actually do. And really, at the end of the day, you're going to feel that shame because you know you didn't really do that they asked you to do. And you have to stand firm and have that integrity to say, I can't do that because it's not the truth. I didn't actually do this for you. But you can pray to God. And God can give you the solution to this issue that you're having. And that's it. And call it a day. Why? Because your relationship with God is more important than the relationship with that person. And I understand that may sound harsh. And you may say, wow, that's cold. Isn't God of love? Yes, He is of love. And that's why you need to direct them to God. Because He is love. And He will help people. So your integrity to God is first before humans. You obey God's laws before human laws. At all cost. And God will add everything else to you for doing the right thing. Share this with someone who needs to hear this. You don't know who could be battling these same situations. And they keep compromising and compromising. Help them to see that they don't have to compromise. If they do the right thing, God's going to bless them. I hope you have a great day.